Hello everyone, this is Chador, the UFC commentator for TVN Sports in Korea. We are now joined by the former two-time UFC bantamweight champion and the current number 2 in the UFC bantamweight rankings, TJ Dillashaw. Hello sir, thanks for doing this interview.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
If you win your next fight in UFC 280, it'll be the third time that you will be getting that belt. How ready are you?
As ready as I've always been. The same time I've won it every other time, and every fight I go into, I'm as well prepared as you possibly can be. I don't cut any corners. I do what I need to do to make sure I'm prepared and put in a ton of work.
It is my understanding that you suffered a knee injury during your last fight against Corey Sandhagen back in July 2021. How did the recovery go?
Recovery was long, man. It was a lot longer than I hoped. I didn't realize how bad I messed my knee up. I knew that I blew my knee out the end of that first round against Sandhagen because I felt it obviously completely dislocate multiple times in that fight. So I knew that I needed surgery. But when I got my first MRI done, I was excited that I didn't tear my ACL. I figured that it'd be a lot faster recovery, But I really did I messed up my meniscus really bad, my medial and my lateral meniscus, my LCL, my PCL, pretty much everything but my ACL. So it took 2 surgeries to get me back, but it actually feels amazing. I found the right doctor. I got no issues with it, and I couldn't be happier. I mean, obviously the time off after the fight sucked just because, I ain't no spring chicken. I'm looking to get back and get that belt back as fast as possible, but ultimately I feel great. So the timing is what it's supposed to be.
Wow, as a fan, I couldn't wait any longer to see you back in the octagon. Now,
I
you have
appreciate
been famously training with Dwayne Ludwig for several years. Many fans believe that your striking has improved significantly since working with him. What are your thoughts on Bang Muay Thai and your coach Dwayne Ludwig?
Yeah, Bang Muay Thai has pushed me to the next level. I mean, he was my coach when I won my belt the very first time, and I think we could see the dramatic gains in my striking from before and after he was my coach. And but that is why I followed him from Sacramento, California to Denver, Colorado. I moved out there for 4 years and trained under the tutelage out there until moving back down to Southern California. And now Dwayne travels out here to Southern California for my fight camp. So we're family. We're beyond a coach and student. He is now a family member of mine, and he will forever be in my life.
Wow, it seems like you guys are inseparable now.
Yeah, absolutely. When I first met Dwayne, it was kind of freaky how much we thought the same things, the same wavelengths, like had the same ideas about technique, the way you should drill them. I've been an athlete since I was 8 years old, and I've been around a lot of coaches and learned from a lot of martial artists. And when I felt the connection we had, I knew that he was a guy that could take me to the top, and he did.
Wow, and now let's talk about your next fight. Your opponent, Algermain Sterling. What are your thoughts on the champion as a fighter?
I think he's got some holes in his game, right? He has some great threats. I mean, we saw it in his last fight. He's got a really great back control. But unfortunately for him, I believe I'm the better wrestler, and I can out-grapple him as well. He has some strengths in certain areas, but other than that, I see there's no way I don't win this fight, to be honest.
Wow, I can't wait to see the matchup. Now, this might be a bit of a sensitive question, but please do bear with me. Sterling
Yeah.
has publicly stated that you are a dishonest fighter and is confident that you'll have an unfair advantage on your next fight. What are your thoughts on his statement?
I will have an unfair advantage because I'm absolutely better than him. Is why he wants to take away everything I've achieved. He wants to take away my accomplishments, and obviously, I gave him the power to do that. Right? I made the ultimate mistake, and it's on me. I've owned up to it, and I've done that. Right? But we just put a little bit of thought behind everything he has to say. So I've been drug tested by USADA, one of the most out of any of the athletes on the roster, going all the way back to my Dominic Cruz fight. He never failed the drug test, never, and they even actually went back and retested all my samples. I ended up failing a drug test for a weight class that my body wasn't letting me go to. And so what that just means I forgot how to cheat. You know what I mean? Like I just decided to get caught all of a sudden. It didn't make any sense. Right. So He's just trying to discredit me and make himself feel better about who he is as an athlete because he knows that I'm the better fighter.
Well, I appreciate your honesty. Now,
Yeah.
without revealing too much of your game plan, how do you intend to approach this fight?
That's the great thing about being such a well-rounded fighter is that you can win it everywhere. But I think I have a dramatical advantage when it comes to striking. I believe I'm the better wrestler. I was a D1 wrestler. There's 3-time NCAA qualifier. I believe I have the better wrestling tutelage, and I can take it everywhere. I can beat him everywhere. Even if I give him my back and let him start in the most dominant position, I'm still gonna get out of it and be on top. So I don't see how I lose. I think you should put all your money on this fight on me winning. So.
I really love your confidence. That's why I think you have so many fans. And finally, any words to the Korean fans who will be watching this interview?
I just feel like it's quite amazing that I have a worldwide audience and fan base. Every time that I see fans from Asia, Russia, all these places, like it's something I could have never imagined as a kid growing up. And so I show a lot of appreciation for it, and I hope that I show that through the way that I handle myself in martial arts and the way that I fight and the way that I bring, violence every time I fight. I've never really felt myself to be ever being a boring fight for 2 reasons: myself of wanting to get out there and get the win and how competitive I am, and 2, to be an entertainer because that's the sport that we're in.
Wow. Can't wait to see your next fight, sir. Thank you for your time. TJ Dilla Show, everyone.